Okay, here we go with another reading. Many types of insects move around constantly, which makes it especially changing to study insect migration. However, insects include in the locust, beetle, and butterfly families tend to migrate seasonally. Insect migration usually involves huge swarms of insects through the distance of migration varieties between species because their lifespans tend to be short. Most migratory insects migrate and then reproduce right before they die. With some butterflies, like the monarch butterfly, no individual butterfly completes the entire migratory trip. Instead, several generations of butterflies reproduce and die during their long journey, with only the final generation reaching their destination. Although insect migration generally refers to movement between northern and southern areas, it is also common for insects to migrate to and from different elevations. Now, which of the following can be inferred from the patches about the monarch butterflies? Monarch butterflies, so let's read again. Right here, okay? Because their lifespans tend to be short, most migratory insects migrate and they reproduce right before they die. With some butterflies, like the monarchs, butterflies, no individual butterflies completes the entire migratory trips. Instead, several generations of butterflies reproduce and die during their long journey. I still don't get it. So I'm going to start screen sharing and activating my spotlight. Okay, there we go. And please, this time, Marco Antonio, please focus on your reading, okay? The question is about which of the following can be inferred from the passage about the monarch butterflies, because I tend to be short, okay? Their lifespans tends to be short. Most migratory insects migrate and then reproduce right before they die. With some butterflies, like the monarch, like the monarch butterfly, no individual butterfly completes the entire migratory trip. Instead, several generations of butterflies reproduce and die during the long journey, with only the final generation reaching their destination. Although insect migration generally refers to movement between northern and southern areas, it is also common for insects to migrate to and from different elevations. So everything in here, from here till here, refers to the monarch butterfly. So which of the following can be inferred from the passage about monarch butterflies? The butterflies that complete the journey, no. Their migration path is so long because many generations traveling alone together. Could be the mate before they depart for the longer journey. I don't know, I'm confused. They migrate from higher elevations to lower elevations and back again. Oh my God, this text is kind of hard. With some butterflies, like the monarch butterfly, no individual butterflies complete the entire migratory trip. Instead, several generations of butterflies reproduce and die during several generations of butterflies reproduce and die during their long journey, with only the final generation reaching their destination. Although insect migration generally refers to the movement between northern and southern areas, it is also common for insects to migrate to and from different elevations. Right. The butterflies that complete the journey have never been to an area before. No, their migration path is so long because many generations travels together. Could be they may before they part for the longer journey. They migrate from higher elevations to lower elevations and back again. Oh my God, this is tough. I'm telling you. The butterflies that complete monarch butterflies. No individual butterflies complete the entire migratory time. Instead, several genera of journey reproduce and die during. Okay, then that complete the journey have never been to an area before. Definitely not the first option. Their migration path is so long because many generations travel together. This could be like the right answer to me. They mate before they depart for the longer journey. I have no idea what the mate is. Let's just have a look. Transitory mate. I know what mate is, but probably it's a verb. Mate. Classmate, workmate, mating. Definition of mate: transitive verb, chicken mates, mate known. So, transitive verb. Characterized by having or containing a direct object. Being or relating to a relation with a property that if the relation holds between the first element and the second, and between the second element and the third, it holds between the first and the third elements. Oh my, the words from transitive, okay. So if it's working like a verb, it's like characterized by having or containing a direct object, or if it's working like as an adjective, mate, checkmate, sense one. Chiefly British, an assistant to or more skilled worker, helper. Chiefly British, friendly, buddy, often used as a familiar form of address. Archaic, match, peer. Yes, this could be match or peer. I'm pretty sure about it. So where is it? Although insect migration generally refers to movement between northern and southern areas, it is also common for insects to migrate to and from different elevations. The modern butterfly, no individual butterflies complete their entire migratory to instead they variety, lives and die during their lonely journey with only final generation, with only the final generation reach their destination. Okay, so this is they mate before they depart. For they mate, it's like they mate. Sorry, folks. They mate. Their migration path is, this is the right answer. What is copying context is not allowed? Okay. They made before they depart for their younger long. They made before. They made before. They made before. They made before. Aparecen antes. Okay. And aparecen like friend, match, peer, friendly. Okay, this is the one. So let's check the answer finally. Eventually. Oh my God, it's not good. Their migration path is not correct. It says the butterfly that completes the journey have never been to the area before. With some butterflies like the monarch butterfly, no individual butterfly completes the entire migratory trip. So I'm supposed to understand that from this text to lead me to the right answer, right? With some butterflies like the monarch butterfly, no individual butterflies complete the entire migratory trip. And then here, let's start. So let's check why my answer was not correct. Their migratory path is so long because many generations travels together. Incorrect. It cannot be inferred from the passage that monarch butterflies migration path is so long because many generations travel together. The passage states that several generations of butterflies reproduce and die during their long journey, with only the final generation reaching their destination. However, the author does not mention that the migration path of monarch butterflies is so long because many generations travel together. Because this information is not mentioned in the passage, this answer choice is incorrect. Common for insects to migrate. Okay. The author does not mention that the migration paths of monarch butterflies. So he's not mentioning it. That's why it's incorrect. And says in here, the butterflies that complete the journey have never been to an area before. Correct. It can be inferred from the passage that the monarch butterflies that complete the journey have never been to that area before. Oh my God, and I'm supposed to learn this from this. With some butterflies, like the monarch butterfly, no individual butterflies complete the entire migratory trip. Okay, so let's have a look at the explanation. The passage states, with no butterflies, here it comes the conclusion. With some butterflies like the monarch butterfly, no individual butterflies complete the entire migratory trip. The author then explains that several generations of the butterflies, reproduce and die during their long journey, with only the final generation reaching their destination. Therefore, it can be inferred that the butterflies that being in the journey do not complete the journey. Yes, I understood that. Thus, the butterflies that complete the journey are their offspring and have not been to an area before. Okay, I didn't see this. Thus, por lo tanto, the butterflies that complete the journey are their offspring and have not been to the area before.